Announcement has forced Florida Democrats and Republicans to adjust, or at the very least fine-tune their Election Day strategies. News Channel 8 political reporter Ty Russell spoke with some of them today.
And tonight, Keith, Florida Democrats are starting to rally behind Vice President Kamala Harris. And the attacks are already starting against Harris from Governor Ron DeSantis. And your thoughts when it comes to President Biden deciding to not seek re-election?
For me and for a lot of people that have reached out to me today, this is a tough one.
Pinellas Democratic Party Chair Jennifer Griffith admits there is still strong support for President Biden locally among seniors, Black and Latino voters. What do you want to say to the people who are just like, I still stand behind President Biden?
I want to listen to those people more than I want to have anything to say to those people.
Bay Area Congresswoman Kathy Castor previously told 8 on Your Side Friday she had concerns about President Biden remaining at the top of the ticket. Today, she writes in part, Joe Biden is once again showing true leadership by putting the country above all else. She went on to say, there is a lot at stake in this election, and I have full confidence in Vice President Harris.
She has been in training for 4 years. She's totally qualified to assume this position, and I'm excited to elect the first woman to be president of the United States.
Tampa City Councilman Alan Clendenin is also a DNC Florida delegate who plans to vote in August for Vice President Kamala Harris to be the nominee. Florida Democratic Chair Nikki Fried endorses the vice president as well. We are also hearing from those across the aisle. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is already critical of the vice president's handling of reducing crossings at the border. He writes in part, she was also the border czar during the worst border crisis in American history. He goes on to say Democrats are just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. Tom Gatens is with the Hillsborough County Republican Party.
There's no question that for us as a party, the most beneficial thing for us in terms of the likely electability and election results would be for Biden to be the nominee.
But he just got back from the RNC and believes Florida will remain red. Republican State House Representative Mike Beltran serves a part of Hillsborough County, and he agrees. But just in case of a loss, he wanted a different person than President Biden at the top of the Democratic ticket.
But I don't want to have the Democrats run somebody who's palpably incompetent just because I think it gives us some partisan advantage.
And as for Griffith, when it comes to a push to legalize recreational marijuana and guarantee access to abortion, what does this mean for the issues down the ballot?
I think that it pretty much stays the same for those of us who've been watching these issues, and these issues matter so much to us deeply.
And tonight, Republican Senator Rick Scott says if President Biden is no longer seeking re-election, he should also resign from office. Meanwhile, Democratic Congressman Darren Soto, who represents a portion of Polk County, didn't endorse anybody but thanked President Biden for his leadership during the pandemic, along with his climate policies and his work on the infrastructure law. In the studio, I'm Ty Russell, 8 on Your Side.